What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Vision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out Chainlink. So all my Marines, hit that like button, subscribe for more, leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate that. So we got Chainlink here on the daily, right? We're looking we're in no man's land right now. No man's land right now. We look like we're setting up a 1-2, right? There's multiple possibilities. We look like we're setting up a 1-2. All right, for a third wave, right? With interest rate cuts tomorrow, supposedly, right? With all this stuff going on, this looks like a 1-2, right? We look like we're in the range for an A, B, C. Look like we're in the range for that. So there's multiple things right now, right? We're above the September open. We tried to get above this. We did get above this area of interest, like we like. But what do? We immediately just came down and closed, right? Unless we are, right, we're kind of in a neutral area, right? Because we're below one, we're above the other, right? So it's like, you're above, you're thinking bullish, you're below, you're thinking bearish, right? We could not get some kind of sustained move, right? I thought right here we could possibly get something, but just with the overall market correcting right now, stablecoin dominance, kind of doing its thing, just being that stubborn, asset that just is a thorn in your side. Stick around to the end of the video or fast forward to it. Don't matter to me. We're going to cover stablecoin dominance as well, so that'll give us some answers. So if we're looking at Chainlink here on the daily, right, we look like we're at that 50% level, that 618 level for just our retracement. Yeah, I mean, it's 2332, 618's at 2330. I mean, that's why you're subbed to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, right? We are looking like we are in a wave, right? There's no indication that this is done, right? We don't have a B wave to the upside. We don't have a change in momentum and then a further correction, right? There's no indication of that. Typically with resets, you get one of those, right? You get something like this right here, something like that. Okay, so right now, no man's land, right? Not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but kind of a sketchier area to think about adding, right? Kind of a sketchier area. We were talking about adding back through here. That's where we were adding, and then we were adding through here. All right, so this is a little bit sketchy, right? A little bit sketchy, right? Because you can, right, this A wave, I mean, right now there's no signs of a reversal. There's no signs of even a B wave starting. Nothing, right? So can't catch the falling knife. By quotations, buy the dip. Where? When? Like the dip sometimes keeps dipping, right? You buy the dip at a 30% sale, and then the asset drops another 20% or another 30% or another, you know what I mean? It's just, with crypto, it's buying the dip is pretty, you could be reckless with buying the dip just because it dips, because the dip could just keep dipping. All right, so got to be aware of that. All right, let's see how we close today. We need to close above 2330, and then we can start thinking, okay, are we going to get a B wave? Right, in order to absolve us from closing below. All right, let's see where we're at right now. Where are we at of this overall? Yeah, I mean, the 786, that's 786. For us to think that this is not your ABC, right? Because that's your bear scenario. We need to close above 2658, 2650. Need to close. All right. We're sitting right at that 236. Look at that. 2330 for the 236, 2330 for the 618. Key area. This does, I mean, if we're really thinking about it, this looks like your three-wave move, right? Because you got your, I mean, this just looks very choppy. I'm going to delete this because we know the level, right? The level to know that we're moving higher is the level that we have, right? That's 2658. 2658, right? That's what we close above 2432. We are targeting 2658. Not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but that is what we're targeting. And then we need to see, once we clear this, we're going to that 34, 36, 40, 42 on this next move, right? Not a financial advisor, not financial advice. So that's what the fibs show. Okay, that's what the fibs show. And so right now, definitely need to close above that. In terms of this looks like your A, B, C, right? A, B, C. This is the most impulsive. It's your A wave, B, C. Can we make sense of that at all? Can we? Came down pretty much to your 1272. What kind of B wave was this? Was this a relatively strong B wave? Yeah, I mean it got up, wicked just above your 618. Not like a weak, but just your average B wave. So you do have a three-wave move here. But the thing with three-wave moves is they're so tricky because you got 3 down. All right. Are we gonna get 3 up? Right. So then you'd have your A, B. That means you need 3 back down. Something like that, right? And make a lower low. Take out this whole range, right? Take out the whole range. I mean that is a possibility unless, right? That's why we need to interact, see how we interact with this 2653, 2658 level. What is this? 2678, right? 2650 to 2670. How do we interact with that? What are we doing at those levels, right? So key levels to know. Key levels to know. In terms of our correction that we are right now, that we're in right now, we need to close above 2330, 2331, whatever, right? It's that area right there. I have it at 2320, so that's the September open. So that 2320, 2330 key areas, right? If we minimum, I want to see, right? Minimum, I mean, double bottom would be cool. I mean, not cool, but it wouldn't invalidate the 1-2. If we start closing below, we close below 2187 on a daily, that invalidates what we're doing right now, and we're in a bearish scenario. We're in a bearish scenario. Not a bear market, just a bearish scenario where, I mean, if you've been in the market, you know, market makers make everything very difficult. They make everything very difficult. They get you excited, and then they destroy everything. They make you excited, and then they destroy everything. So it's the one time where they get you excited. You think they're going to destroy everything, right? You think, oh, here we go. Nope, and you're gone, right? And then everyone gets FOMO, right? And you're just like, oh no, I messed up, I screwed up, I got to get back in. You get back in at bad levels, hard trades to manage, because you're in no man's land, and you're going to be put to the test on the next pullback because you're not going to want to take profits because it's not enough, and this and that, and it's a nightmare scenario. So just be patient. No key levels, no key areas, right? So if we're looking at the Fu Manchu, right, we do have momentum. I do like how we've cooled off. We're at 35, right? We're at 35 for the stochastic. And we've dropped, what, like 15%, something like that. 9%, way off, 9%. I don't like that we're now below the RSI. It's bearishly postured, right? You're kind of angled down and you're in the middle. You're in the middle aspect of it. So we're going to make another decision. We're getting set up. We're right in the middle again. What did we do last time in the middle, right? In the middle, what did we do? Shot up. When you're right in the middle channel, something like right here. Right here. When you're right here, this is a key point right here. What are we doing? What are we doing at that exact level, right? What are we doing right there? Key point. Key point. Almost like, pretty much like this right here, but that kind of, you bounced off. Something right here. Right? What are we doing with price action too? Right, let's get a comparison, right? And we sent. Right, we sent. Right here, nope. Dunk, right? Fake out, dunk. Right, so these areas in the middle of the channel, extremely important. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see what we're doing on the smaller time frame. Ooh, see, I mean, yeah, that kind of validates what we've been talking about. Just bearish. You use this, try to bounce off this. I think that just popped up. I could be tripping. I am blind, right? Hey, you let me know in the comments if this red dot just popped up. I have no freaking clue. But we did try to bounce right here. This is a bearish bounce, right? This is just, you're kind of gearing up momentum to get to the downside, just gathering momentum to get through. Rejected off of the moving average, just not ideal, right? So it looks like we're trying to find our low for this wave, right? There's no indication that this wave is done. There's no indication that we're anywhere complete. We are, I mean, the Fu Manchu, we've made a lower low. Do we have a higher low on price? Do we have a higher low on price? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Is this on the daily? Nope. Higher low on price. Yeah, higher low on price, lower low in Fu Manchu. Actually, no, we're not lower low yet. Not yet. Close, but we will have a lower low in, I mean, this looks like we're going to have a lower low in the Fu Manchu. Okay. In terms of price, right, let's start seeing where we are. We came down, I mean, touched that 200 on the 4 hour, which is, I mean, that's healthy. That's very healthy. Now we're just going sideways. We are going sideways. We didn't, you know, kind of slowly grind up just to get slammed down. We didn't do that, so that's good. Now we're going sideways. All right, we remember, hey, if you're new to the channel, you go down, you go sideways, and then you go up. All right, so that's the trajectory that we do. We're going sideways now. We are getting a cross down below this 20 over this 50. Not ideal. I mean, I'm just being real. Not ideal at all. We do have, let's get, oh, I can redraw it, right? It's this, yeah, this is A wave. So if we do have a, right, so we have a 3-wave move. We have a 3-wave move. 1, 2, 3. Okay, where did this B wave get? Does this suffice as a B wave? Let's find out. I mean, that's a weak B wave. If you ask me, that's a weak B wave. You can't even close above your 236. I don't know if this suffices for your A wave, for your entire A wave. I don't know. I don't know, right? You are finding support at your 1272. It's at that 2334 level, right? You've done it once, right? Twice, 3 times, 4. I mean, it's getting weaker, but it's getting weaker every time you touch it. It gets weaker. It's weaker. So yeah. So to the, all right. What are your calls, Crypto Vision? What are your calls? Right now, if I'm being honest, I think that we're still in a semi-correction, and we're looking to get some kind of bounce. I think, you know, we're going to try to, especially, how much time we got? 3 hours, 42 minutes. The way that this looks, right, this is just kind of choppy. It does look like you want to come back down and retest here. Take out all of this, right? Because people are trading this, right? People are opening, they're closing, right? And they're opening shorts and close. People are trading this range right here. 100%. 100%. Not a doubt in my mind. People are trading this range. It's between the 200 and the 100. Right? Can we come down here? I think we do. There we go. It would make sense because you typically don't stop at areas of support. You wick below, right? And where's our 618? That's at 2331. But where's our September open? It's at 2320. Right, so something, I mean, we've already wicked. We already did wick down. This is tough right here. This is tough. Let me see. I mean, the 4-hour RSI doesn't look the strongest. Does not look the strongest. I'm just being real. It doesn't look the strongest. This 2-hour doesn't look the strongest. We're crossing down below. Yeah, I think we go down lower. I do. 2271. Where we're at? 2271. 2271. Right, this is not. Right, 2271. That's 786. I mean, it's right at that 786. What we were talking about. So, I think we're getting ready to attempt. I think bears are trying to slam us down even more. And I mean bears, I mean institutional bears, right? This isn't retail just shorting. This is not just retail shorting or retail panic selling. No, these are institutional bears, institutional shorts, right? These are people that are trying to get retail to sell so that they can buy up their bags down here, and then they enter even more long positions down here, and then they send the price, and then retail buys up here, and then they enter their shorts. That's all it is nowadays. That's all it is until there's some kind of regulation. That's what it is, especially with the exchanges. That's what you're going to get, right? People wanted institutional money. This is what institutional money does. Institutional money makes money, and they know how to punish people. They know how to manipulate. They know how to set up fake candles and fake price action and set off fake indicators and this and that. That's what they do for a living, right? So, yeah, this looks bearish. This looks bearish. We are below all the EMAs, but we're still building momentum to the downside. The fact that we rejected this 46.23, like right on cue, yeah, I'm calling for lower. I'm calling for lower. I don't think the low is. I don't think this low is in yet on this correction. I think we're coming down to this 22.68. Right, something right here. I mean, honestly, something right through here. Yeah. I mean, you can see a double bottom. It's 22 to 21.87. It's really not that much of a difference. It's really not that much of a difference. So let's see what we do with that. Let's go over to stablecoin dominance, right? So stablecoin dominance, we've closed below key areas. Closed below key areas. We're down now below the 617 key area, key area. But right, we're on the daily. Got a green dot on the daily. Right, we're trying to make a reversal. The thing that scared me the most, right? So not only, right, we're in this ascending wedge again, right? So I mean, hey, it's looking like we want to move down, right? Because this is bearish. I'm sorry, I'm like clicking in and out. This is bearish, right? Let me flip it for you so you can think. Bearish, right? Look at that. So you have your impulse up and you're just correcting to the downside. That's what it is. That is what it is. All right, that's what it is. Once you start closing candles above this or below, right, because this is inverted, then we can start thinking, okay, these prices we're thinking lower prices, so higher prices of crypto. This 382 is at 618, right? This 382 is at 618. What did we do? We closed below the 618, right? We closed below the 618, which is great, great, right? We can't. I mean, this realistically, this looks like your A, B, C. Right, so, right, I mean, you're getting to your, worst case scenario, I'm thinking your 618, reject off the 618, your 630, your 628, it just, we're in the middle, we're in no man's land, but this does look corrective in nature. On the 12-hour, we had a green dot, actually a golden dot, and what did we do? We ran up, but it's just not, it looks kind of bearish now. We're building momentum to the downside. We tried to cross, right? We tried to cross the 50 down below the 100, but it's just being so freaking stubborn. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in for you guys, right? Look at that. They're almost an identical trajectory now. That's what we're looking at. The red is the 50, the orange is the 100. Okay, so once we get across with that, once that 50 crosses down below that 100, then it's like go time. And it's really go time. We're still below the trend line. Pardon me. And so, overall, yeah, I'm targeting lower. What are we targeting? Thank you for asking. So, this is what we're targeting. So for lower, we're looking to close below 608 to 604. All right, really closing. I really want to see us close below that 608. Right, that 608 because that's at 886 level. So we come back down here, right? We do this, close below, then go. Something like that, right? This kind of looks like we're kind of like oscillating. I am going to draw a little, let's see what we can draw right here. This does look like it wants to move up a little bit more, if I'm being honest. All right, if I'm being honest. So we'll see what we do with this. Just a some kind of idea. It gives us an idea of what we're doing. Keep this on the 4-hour. This looks bullish. This kind of pattern it's bullish typically. So let's see what we do. Maybe we come up, all right, reject, and then come down. Never know, right? Never know. But now we have an idea, right? We have an idea to the upside and to the downside. We're below all the EMAs, but this one EMA, this 100, is still above, which is great. You can get this last cross down, especially on the 4-hour. That is very, very bearish if that happens. So that's what I got today. That's what I got for Chainlink. If you like today's video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. Leave a comment where you're tuning in from. Pardon me. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. Peace.